quarter, we've just launched our first ground-up new motorcycle in many years, which is an adventure tourer category, the Himalayan. It's powered by a new LS 410 cc category engine, and it paves the way for adventure touring in India, and we're working, and we've had a very good initial response to that. The Himalayan is, of course, a purpose-built motorcycle to take on off-roads, on-road environment, cross-country touring environment, but it's also, we believe it's a motorcycle that can be your only motorcycle, so therefore it tackles the urban jungle also extremely well. So we positioned this as opening up a new category of adventure tourers in India. And I believe it's an extremely versatile motorcycle that should hopefully do very well. And we're opening our bookings and test rides for the Himalayan in the middle of March. So that's just 6 weeks from now. An update on our performance of our joint venture Volvo Eicher Commercial Vehicles. The commercial vehicle industry, 5 ton and above, grew well in 2015, so 24% greater than 2014 numbers. In quarter 4, the industry sales volumes was at over 93,000, which is a growth of 19% over the same quarter last year. And Eicher trucks and buses sold 12,687 units, which is a growth of 33.5% over the same quarter last year. So we continue to beat the industry and therefore have gained market share of overall commercial vehicle industry 5 ton and above from 12.1 to 13.6%, which is a great increase. Segment-wise performance, the industry grew in 5 to 14 tons, so that's light and medium duty. The industry grew by 20% in the last quarter, and Eicher grew by 29% with 6,700 plus units. And therefore, we increased our market share from 33% to 35.5%. So that's a 2.5% market share increase in light and medium duty trucks. In heavy duty, the industry grew by 25% to 53,000 units nearly, and Eicher sold 2,228 units, which is a 55% increase, and therefore we've increased our market share in heavy duty as well from 3.4 to 4.2% in the previous quarter. Bus segment, the industry grew by 8.5%, and Eicher grew by 39% to 1,500 plus units, taking a market share from 10.9 to 14%. So all in all, wonderful quarter for Eicher trucks and buses, domestic market, with market share increase across the board. In exports, the industry grew by 3%, and Eicher trucks and buses grew by 25% with 1,854 units. So again, better than industry there. And in Volvo trucks, which is our high-end trucks mainly which are used for mining applications, we had a 34% growth in the quarter with sales of 353 units. Our medium-duty engines, which are base engines for Volvo's global requirements for Euro 6 medium-duty trucks and buses and other vehicles, we had a strong growth of 76% in units sales to 4,728 for the quarter. So that's an enormous increase over the same quarter last year. And moving on to our joint venture with Polaris, where we commenced commercial production of the Multics, India's first 3-in-1 personal utility vehicle. We commenced in the second half of last year. We've sold around 650 units now until December 2015. And the Multics is receiving a lot of interest from its target audience, and we have a strong funnel of prospective customers. We're present in 33 locations across 7 states, and in 2016, Multics will also be present in BS4 markets. So, all in all, it's been a wonderful quarter for Royal Enfield and Eicher Motors Limited. So, to repeat the financial numbers, at a consolidated level, we had a highest ever net income of 3,317 crores, which is a 45% growth over the same quarter last year. Our EBIT was 418 crores for consolidated Eicher Motors Limited, which is an increase of 72% over the same quarter last year. And for standalone numbers, which is Eicher Motors standalone, which is relating only to Royal Enfield business, despite losing over 11,000 production and sales in the quarter last year because of the severe impact of Chennai floods, we were able to still have our best ever quarter in terms of top line and bottom line, or close to that, which is a total income of 1,284 crores, which is an increase of 55% over the same quarter last year. And sorry, that's not best ever. That's marginally less than Q3 of last year because of the reduced numbers due to the Chennai floods. But our profits were best ever at 334.5 crores, which is an 85% increase over the same quarter last year. So the EBIT percentage, despite the lower production, is still our best ever at 26.1% for Eicher Motors standalone. Thank you very much. That's from Eicher Motors Q4. Questions? Yes.
Ms. Lal, congratulations, brilliant results as always. You recently launched Himalayan. What sort of response are you expecting from the Himalayan?
Well, the Himalayan is very new. It was launched just a few days ago, and we've had a tremendous response in terms of attention to the Himalayan already. I believe people like the concept, but we'll have to see now how it rolls out. So the motorcycle is already on display in Delhi dealerships. It's going to be on display increasingly in other dealerships through March, middle of March, and across most of the country by middle of March, and test rides and all should begin. So we'll tell you very shortly how progress on Himalayan is going.
Also, you've been expanding vigorously globally, and which all cities are you going to be looking at in the coming financial years ahead?
So our international expansion is continuing very strongly. We're looking at exclusive stores in cities across the markets that we're present in. So we are working on additional stores in Europe. We're starting the work with our new market company in North America to add some stores. So there'll be a few stores coming up in nodal cities in Europe and North America. In addition to the 5 or 6 stores, I can't remember exactly now, that we have in Colombia, which are all exclusive stores, we're now putting a lot of energy on Southeast Asia. So we have 1 store each. One has just started in Jakarta, another one is just starting in Thailand. And additionally, you'll probably see more stores coming up in such markets.
Your commercial vehicle sales also seem to have picked up really well, especially the bus segment. What would you attribute to that large jump to?
Well, there's been, in VECV, which is our joint venture with Volvo, we've had an enormous focus on continuing improving our product range, improving our quality. We have the new Pro Series of trucks and the new Pro Series of buses as well. And we have a new Skyline offering and Starline offering in buses. We have our own bus body plant, which has come on stream well over last year actually, but is now producing predominantly all our built-up buses in Eicher. Those buses are of exceptionally high quality. We've benchmarked the quality of those buses across the board in the country, and they're by far number 1 in quality. So people are seeing that. We've got a tremendous response from schools, which are who look at quality and look at safety in a very serious manner. So we've been getting tremendous response in our buses, to answer your question, particularly from schools, where we've got an extremely high market share, which is well over 50% in most states in the country now.
The last question to you. We're nearing the end of fiscal year. What's your outlook as far as the coming financial year ahead is concerned?
Yeah, so for Eicher Motors, we've actually till now we've been on a calendar year basis for our financials. So this year we will be on a 15-month financial year, as it were, which is ending 31st of March. As of now, things continue to go strongly in both our main businesses. Commercial vehicles, in fact, it's on a good upswing. The entire industry, and as VECV, we are gaining share in every single category. So things are going well. We're improving our margins, as you see, also in VECV. So all that is positive. On the motorcycle side, in fact, we had a bit of a loss of business last quarter because of the Chennai floods. Of course, that will not affect us in this quarter. So we have a strong order book. So we expect to see continued growth in the present quarter as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sumit? from your side? All done? All right. Thank you very much, and thank you for attending the Eicher Motors Limited Quarter 4 financial results. Thank you.